Hello, everyone. Uh, Honestly, I don't really know what this video is. I don't know. I guess it's just a little chit chat, I guess. Just a little sit down to talk, let some things out, in a respectful way instead of, I don't know, doing something stupid. But, with this year closing in a few days, I honestly just want to take the thought, take the time to reflect. Um, this year has honestly been a weird one, if I do say so myself. You know, from the start to the very end, it's been a roller coaster of emotions and probably the most eye opening year of my entire life. And that's saying a lot because I'm only 18, guys. Like, I still have a lot more life to live. So it's kind of like to say that at such a young age is wild in my eyes. But the one thing I guess I want to highlight of this year is how much that I lost. Like, I'm not trying to put myself above anybody else because I know people lose all the time. People have lost greater things than me and will lose greater things than me. So I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, my thing is above all or whatnot. No, I'm just saying for me and myself, this year was the year that I would say from to most recently, this is the year that I've lost the most. And I mean, I've lost a lot. Not even just this year, just my entire life. I mean, I've lost friends, I've lost family, I've lost connections, I've lost things, I've lost myself a lot. And this year really just kicked it into high gear, I guess. This year, I mean, to start off, this year I lost my hair. This year I lost my mind. This year I lost my ability to wrestle. This year I lost so much that, I mean, can't really just even explain it all. In just one sweet little sentence. It's just a lot. And I bring this up because it's like, man, I'm tired. There's this one little Instagram or TikTok video, I guess, I don't know, or edit that was, I don't know which basketball player, but I'm pretty sure it was a basketball player. He was like, I've been coming second
My whole life. I was the second best player in high school, second pick in the NBA draft. I came second in the finals. I'm tired of being second.
saying how he was second in everything. And honestly, that is probably the most connected I felt to a video I've seen online because I've been second all the time. Ain't never been first, ever. Other than my birth, I ain't never been first in anything. Firstborn, that's all I got. Wasn't first in school, wasn't first in athletics, wasn't first with people. Always second, always the next choice, the next person to try. I don't know. Yes. And again, to bring it back, it's just I'm sick of it. So sick of it. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. The one that happened most recently, and the one that a few people in my life know, but I'm gonna tell it to the camera right now. Yeah, I'm not telling it to, for whatever negative reason people may try to bring up of why I'm putting this out there. It's not to gain any credibility or get some clout or this, that, or that, this. It's not for anything. It's honestly to help me better get over it. Because I've been in my head about this situation for so long. And I honestly don't want to obsess over it because it's not healthy. But anywho, a few weeks ago, or I think probably a month ago now, uh, I was out of wrestling practice because of my knee injury. I was sitting out, excuse me, I was sitting out and I was on the side, sitting at the table, right, watching everybody practice. And one of the girls that was on our wrestling team as well, she was out as well because I think she rolled her ankle or something, but something was up with her ankle. And she sat next to me and we started talking a little bit. And then the conversation kind of led to relationships and how us as people both acted in relationships. No, I told her how I was and how I viewed them, and she told me how she viewed them. She didn't necessarily get into anything about how she was in a relationship, or well, she did. She said she explained how she treats people that she would be in a relationship with, which sounded cool. Uh, at that moment, me being the oblivious guy that I am, I didn't really think too much of it. I thought it was just like her needing relationship advice, which I don't know how I do it, but if you need the advice, I got you. Like I'm gonna try to help whatever way that I can. But anywho, yeah, I don't know how I got to it, but we started talking on the phone, right? Uh, and we would chit chat on the phone and whatnot, kind of just goof around, nothing crazy. And then she brought up how she met this perfect guy at our school. And again, me being oblivious, I don't. I think she's talking about somebody else. Like I'm like, yo, that's cool. That's awesome. Honestly, I was surprised because like, how do you find like our school? I'm not gonna say our school is like terrible or like hood ratchet trenched terrible school. It's not that, but you don't be finding perfect people. You don't find perfect people in that school. Like just saying, like I mean, there's people that are cool, there's people that aren't cool, and then there's like a good in between. But I wouldn't say perfect, but because I don't believe anything's perfect. That's just me. There's no such thing as perfect. Everything has its flaws. Everything has a downside to it. So to hear that was kind of surprising. But anywho, she was like, if there was a such thing as perfect, it was this guy. And I'm like, that's wonderful that you were able to find that type of person in our school and that you have been trying to grow a connection with them. That's good. Uh, she mentioned it, and then I kind of like, I want to say I brushed it off, but I kind of brushed it off because it's just like, all I can really say is, I mean, if you like the person, commit to, or well, not commit, but see where things go, try it, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Uh, we're gonna actually circle back to that point, so keep that in mind. But anywho, yeah. Then we talked for a little bit more, and this perfect guy got brought up again, and She started describing them to me this time. And she was like, I'm like, this guy sounds a lot like me. Bro, that's that was corny. But I was like, wait a minute, this guy sounds a lot like me. But the thing, it's dope, man. That's I'm like, bro, you don't find a lot of people like me. I'm a rare breed, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm a rare breed, boy. You don't find nobody like me. I'm different. But nah, yeah. Like she was, I'm like, she was describing the perfect dude to me. I'm like, yo, that sounds exactly like me. And this was before, yeah, this was before like I came to the realization. But like after she started describing to me, I'm like, can I guess who it is? And she was like, I mean, you can, but and I was like, what, is he on the wrestling team? And she was like, "Ah, you're hitting a little too close to home right now." I'm like, I know who it is. Like that was the point where I was like, I figured it out. But I don't know, like in that moment, my head was like, don't go for it. My head was telling me, don't go for it. And looking back, I should have listened. Not to say like your heart's misleading, because my heart was telling me, this girl, she wants you. Give it a chance. My mind and heart were telling me two different things when they should have been telling me the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They should have been telling me, accept the feelings, but focus on yourself. My mind was telling me, don't give it a chance. Don't give her the chance. That 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 alone is telling me, don't accept her feelings, don't accept what she says to you, and don't accept her kindness. No, I can accept all those, but just not be committed to a relationship. And my heart was telling me, go for it, go all for it, but you can't. Like, there's only certain things you can really give your all for. But in this situation, I couldn't have given my all for it. You know what I'm saying? So my mind was telling me, don't go for it. My heart was telling me, give it a chance. And I listened to my heart, and the moment I started listening to my heart, I started to fall in love. Like, I don't want to say it like, I'm not trying to say like I'm easy. Not easy. Well, I'm like 50-50. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm like 50-50. Like, I'm easy, but once I realize some shit not right, I'm not gonna go for it. Me who like, bro. Yeah, she. Once I figured out it was me, I told her like, I told her I liked her first, but she expressed that she liked me first. But in the end game, I shouldn't have said anything about liking her first. I should have just shut my mouth if I'm being honest. But anywho, yeah. So like, I told her I liked her and whatnot. My phone's starting to die and whatnot. But then we started talking a little bit more. You know, I thought things were going cool. I mean, we would do all this stupid little childish things that people who are first starting to talk do, like, oh, let's talk about our future, or let's talk about this, let's talk about that. Uh, and I was falling for it, man. Like, I was falling for it. I was a fool in love, bro. Like, all that this is telling me, all that this is teaching me, I won't say tell, it's teaching me, is don't believe. anything anybody has to say. Like, I'm not even gonna give them the chance to give me some things to believe to say, no, no, no. I don't believe a thing you say unless you prove it with your actions. You know what I'm saying, bro? You gotta prove that shit, bro. Cause everybody in this world, I'm not even trying to exclude me, my family, my friends, everybody that I've came in contact with, everybody in this world, whatever they say, whatever is being said in your ear, but it don't mean nothing. Doesn't mean a thing. What matters is what you do after you say what you say. As the wise man said, actions speak louder than words, dude. Actions speak louder than words. You can say whatever, but the only thing that describes and shows who you are is what you do after you say those things. Actions speak louder than words, bro. I'm a victim to it, bro. I be saying some things, bro, and my actions don't reflect on what I'm saying, dude. Sure, people see me as a good person. They see me as an honorable person. They see me as a respectful person. But I still make mistakes. I still fuck up all the time. All the time. In my mind, I'm a liar. In my mind, I'm a cheater. In my mind, I'm disgraceful, man. In my mind, I am a sinner. Sinner. In my mind, I am not this great person that everybody sees, and that's not me being depressed on myself or anything. No, that's me being realistic with my intentions, bro. I say all these things, but I don't follow up with my actions. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. That's why most of the time, man, I don't even like, realistically, to anybody, whoever chooses to watch this, bro, and whoever knows me, I don't like talking. I really don't. Like, I'm not a social person. I don't like being in big crowds. I hate it, actually. And you know that's true because I hate using the word hate. I don't like the word hate at all. Like, I don't like talking. If it were up to me, I would never talk ever again. Ever again. Which sounds probably crazy to some people because to some people, I'm a yapper. I talk all the time. I'm yeah, 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 yeah. But realistically, this is me being honest with myself and with everybody else. I don't like talking. Don't like it. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from or how it developed. All I know now, I don't like talking. So man, like, but yeah. So like, after we were chatting, right? After we were talking, nah, we it was media day for our wrestling team, and I saw her kicking it with one of the dudes I'm cool with, and I didn't want to be that type of guy because, like, bro, we weren't even together, and we only been talking for like what, a few days. I didn't want to be that type of guy, so I'm like, bro, maybe she's just friends with him, bro, and just chopping it up. But that little thing in the back of my head, bro, some tiny little voice whispering saying, "It's something more. It's something more." And I brought it up. I'm like, "What was that all about?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, that day. I don't know. I think she said she took an edible. I don't know. She was under some sort of influence, and she's like, oh yeah, he's the person I drift towards or turn to whenever I'm in that, whenever I have those feelings or I'm under the influence. I'm like, oh, okay, but not okay, but okay. Like, I'm saying okay because maybe that's true. Maybe it's just like some sort of comfort thing. I don't know. Maybe he saw her in like some super bad position while she was under influence and just made sure she was cool, and that just makes her feel safe when she's under the influence and to be around him. I'm saying okay because of that, but not okay because it's like now you're bringing in something new that was never expressed before. I didn't know that, and she probably wouldn't have never told me if I didn't bring it up. That's another thing. Like, if I never saw them doing what they were doing and chatting and kicking it, right, and never had my speculations, was she even gonna tell me? Probably not. If I'm being honest, probably not. Actually, I know that for a fact. She definitely wasn't gonna tell me. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm feeling it both in here and up here. She wasn't gonna tell me, bro. So, with that being said, I'm like, okay, I kind of let it go because again, we weren't together. We've only been talking for like a few days, whatever. But then I don't know. My memory's getting all jumbled up while trying to remember this stuff. But like, bro, I don't remember how it got brought up. She brought up some how she had a soul tie with somebody. Now, anywho, yeah, she was like, I have this soul tie with somebody. I'm like, okay, how do you have a soul tie with this person? Let alone, let's not forget, we're in high school, bro. We're in high school. So talking about soul ties at such an early age, I don't know. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't know, man. But anywho, like she told me about the soul tie, whatnot, and I'm like, okay, why do you have a soul? How do you have a soul tie with this person? He's like, and I'm like, what is it? Just like physical things like kissing and hugging? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Me being me, I'm thinking of everything in my head. So it came to the speculation that it wasn't just kissing and hugging, based off of the way that she gave me the answer. She looked at me. I said kissing and hugging. She looked away. She said, yeah. Looked back. Was more than kissing and hugging, bro. So me being me, I'm like, so it was more than kissing and hugging. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. In that moment, my heart shattered, bro. Shattered. Because you're telling me that we had these conversations. We said what we said. You let it happen, and then you go and do that. Who's texting me? Anywho, it doesn't make any sense to me. To me, it doesn't make any sense. And honestly, it's something that I have to let go and accept because I know now that I not everybody's gonna be like me. Not everybody's me. I'm not everybody, People aren't gonna think the way that I think, they're not gonna feel the way I feel, and they're not gonna express themselves the way that I would. So I can't be mad that it doesn't make sense. But what I am upset about is that once I brought it up, I'm like, okay, you have this soul tie with somebody, but yeah, you're talking to me. And she's like, oh, well, I don't want to hurt him. What? You don't want to hurt him? How? She's like, I was planning on cutting communication with him because I wanted to be with you. I'm like, okay. So how are we here? How are we here where you have Mr. Soul Tie and I'm still here? You know what I mean? And she's like, well, when I try to, cut him off, or not even cut him off, just like stop talking with him like that. She said it hurt her to hurt him. And I'm like, she's like, I don't have the heart for it. And I'm like, interesting. Because me, I'm a, bro, I get in my head very easily. So easy. This is so weird. I'm sorry. Like, I've never had to talk into one of these before. So it's like, I want to use both of my hands to express, but I gotta learn how to just do it with one. But anywho, I get in my head super easily. Super easily. It's honestly one of those. I don't know. I don't know. It gets on my nerves how easily that I get in my head. But I'm getting in my head right, and I'm thinking like, okay, so it hurts you to hurt him, but it doesn't hurt you to hurt me. Am I getting cucked? Like, bro, what? What? So you're telling me you said what you said. You said you found this perfect guy, but yet you don't. You weren't even free to the point where you were ready to commit to this perfect guy. What? And then we talked about this soul tie guy more, and she was like, I don't even see a future with him. I'm like, she's like, dude, I don't see a future with him. And I'm like, okay, you don't see a future with him. Why waste your time? Huh? Why are you putting yourself through pain and stress with somebody that you don't see a future with? Like, don't get me wrong. I understand how it can get to like where you have this connection with somebody and you find somebody that you want to be with, and you kind of want to just like let go of that one person so you can be with the one person that you actually like, right? Never mind. Like, bro, I'm trying my hardest to I'm trying my hardest to understand things from her perspective. I get it. It's hard to have those real conversations, you know what I'm saying? The ones that hurt. It's hard to have those conversations. I understand that completely. Saying something to somebody, like especially like letting somebody down like that, like breaking somebody's heart in that way. It hurts. Yes, it does. I've unfortunately had to do that before multiple times. We're not even about to get into that. I've had to do that multiple times. And did it feel good? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not the type of person who wants to put anybody through a heartbreak that potentially gets them worse than what they were. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that type of person. I'm not trying to be that type of guy. That's why when I do the thing, I don't know why I did that. My bad. That's why when I let people down, I try to let them down in the most genuine way that I can and just have an honest conversation with them. So I understand it's hard to have those conversations and it's hard to hurt someone, but you got to understand we're coming at this from her perspective. You have said perfect guy and Mr. Soul Tie. You said you liked Mr. Perfect Guy and that you don't see a future with Mr. Soul Tie. But yet, you don't want to stop what you have with Mr. Soul Tie because it hurts you to hurt Mr. Soul Tie. Therefore, neglecting the feelings that you are hurting of Mr. Perfect, making him less perfect. Can we sit with that for a second? While we were conversating, me and this girl, she did say that her love language is physical touch and that she battles with lustful thoughts and intentions, which I can't even be mad about. We're human. We are going to do that. We are going to have those feelings. We are going to have those intentions. Sometimes they're going to be easy to get over. Other times they're going to be hard. Nobody ever said that that is a bad thing. That's literally just human nature. But while me and this girl were talking, and she said that, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I have the exact same thing. I'm the exact same way. That's fine. That's cool. She also said she wanted to save herself for marriage. I think you can see where this is going. So you're telling me you don't want to let go of what you have with Mr. Sultai because he gives you this physical thing. Physical thing being intimacy. That's the problem. You're okay with being with someone that you don't see a future with because they give you intimacy. What? Bro, what? You're okay with being with someone you don't see a future with because they give you intimacy. Again, not everybody's gonna think how I think. Not everybody's gonna feel how I feel. So that's me being humble enough to where I can slightly understand where you're coming from, but also I'm not about to understand where you're coming from because it's not. That's fucked up. Simple as that. That's fucked up, bro. So after I came to that realization, I was done, bro. I was done. Done trying to have a relationship with her and done trying to build to something that obviously wasn't there. Because if there was something there, we wouldn't have been in that situation from the jump. So I was done. But this is where the issue of myself comes in. This is where it turns into my fault. This is where everything turns into my fault. Because in that moment, I let go of trying to have a relationship with her. You know, I let go of that. But my heart still cared for her because I I have a hero complex. Like that's just me being honest, bro. I have a hero complex. I try to help and save everybody, which that's a good and bad thing because it's good because I mean that just means how genuine of a person you are. You're so kind-hearted that you want to do right by those, whether they're good or bad people. But it's a bad thing because people take advantage of that, bro. Take advantage of it all the time, bro. I can't tell you how many times people have taken advantage of me because of that shit, bro. I try to be there. I try to help. I try to do right by you. But you throw dirt in my face, spit on me, and say, fuck you. That's what everybody does, bro. That's what everybody does. That's what this girl just did right now. She picked up a handful of fucking dirt, throw that shit in my face, spat on me, and said, fuck you. Sure, it may not be have been her intention, but that's what it was. That's what it feels like right now, bro. That's the thing that gets me angry, bro. Because we'll circle back to this, bro. Because it was gonna get me upset, bro. But anywho, like, yeah, um, I still cared for her. I still wanted to help her because she had things going on with her mental state, things going on with her family, things going on with her household, and I mean, with her being a part of the wrestling team, it's not like I could have just avoided her, even though I wanted to. God, I wanted to. Uh, with her being a wrestler, she said like She said herself she fell in love with the sport of wrestling. And that made me happy because I'm like, bro, I understand where you're coming from. Because at first I did not like wrestling. But when I stepped on the mat for the first time, bro, like, stuff was fun. It's exhilarating. It is such a game changer of an experience for me that will literally sit with me for my entire life. I wouldn't be who I am right now. I wouldn't be thinking the way that I'm thinking without wrestling. Without wrestling and without God, if I'm being honest. So hearing her say that made me happy because it's like now I can help you go through that change that can turn you into the best version of yourself. But after hearing that came the grade checks. Oh, the grade checks, bruh. So we do grade checks for our team because gotta stay on top of your grades and stuff. And unfortunately, she was not on top of her grades. I'm like, okay. At this point in time, it was only a week and a half left of the semester. And if you fail the first semester, you can't wrestle for the rest of the year. So, with that being said, here comes my fault. Here comes the hero complex. I'm like, you said you love wrestling. I'm going to help you stay a wrestler for this year. Because that first year is the most important when being a wrestler. That first year is what's either going to make or break you, to be honest. So, with that being said, I go to all of her teachers that she has and I ask them what she needs to do to get her grades up to pass the semester so she could continue to wrestle. I do that. I follow her around for a day. Do you hear how crazy this sounds, bruh? She had me hooked, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. Anywho, followed her around for a day to see how she acts around in class. Again, to circle back, actions speak louder than words. She was telling me all of these things. Oh, I love wrestling. Fell in love with the sport of wrestling. She does not act like that in the classroom, bro. I'm not the type of look. I'm not the type of person to harp on anybody or try to preach them. Oh, you have to do school. School is going to get you in so many great places. Blah blah blah. This blah blah blah. That. I'm not a school man. Okay, me. School is okay. It's a crucial part of your life. Yes. Is it as like the way that parents made it seem when we were kids? I thought like school was gonna help me get the greatest flipping job in the world when most people with PhDs be working at McDonald's, bro. But anywho, yeah. So I'm not a big school person. I just stay on top of my shit. That's it. So I don't have to worry about it later. Anywho, she was not acting like that in the classroom. She let herself get distracted. Ooh, my phone's about to die. She let herself get distracted. She was okay with being distracted and she did not do any of her work. Actions speak louder than words. You're telling me you love wrestling and you want to be a wrestler, but you're showing me that you just don't give a shit about anything. And I'm not saying that to sound like a dickhead. Like, I'm sure there's probably a reason for it. There was a reason for it, but the thing is, bro, she's letting this get to her. You guys, listen to me. You can't let this get to you. I am not going to preach to you about all this mental health stuff because I struggle with it myself. I'm struggling with it right now. But I'm telling you, as somebody who is struggling with it, you can't let this thing get the better of you. I struggle with it right now. I struggle with it this morning while I was at work today, yesterday, the day before that, the week prior, last month, last year, the year before that. I've struggled with it, but I'm still here. I'm still able to sit right here and help Anybody who's willing to listen, you can't let this win. Can't let it win. You are your own worst enemy. It's you versus you, and one of the motherfuckers gotta die, bro. It's you versus you. One of the motherfuckers gotta die. That's just the honest to God truth. I can't even tell you which you is you. You gotta figure that out for yourself. You have to choose which you want to win, and then win that motherfucker, bro. Simple as that. Win that motherfucker. Cause it's true. Nobody's coming to save you, bro. No one. You save you. He saves you. But you gotta be willing to take them first steps, yo. You gotta be willing to take them first steps. And you don't take steps by saying I'm gonna take a step. You take steps by walking. Okay. To continue our story. She said she wanted to be a wrestler, but she wasn't showing it in the classroom, right? Yeah. She wasn't showing it in the classroom. Like, again, I'm not trying to preach about, oh, you need to stay in your studies and stuff. Like, honestly, bro, just do the bare minimum, okay? Get your work done and stay on top of your shit. Like, especially if you're a student athlete, you really gotta just do a little bit more than the bare minimum. We're not asking you to be like honor roll 4 years of high school. Just like, bro, keep your grades in check and don't have missing assignments. Honestly, if you stay on top of it from the jump, like, it's honestly not even that hard for real. Like, it's not that hard. Like, and like the thing is, I checked her grades too. I looked at her grades and saw what she was missing. She wasn't even missing that much. Let's be like, honestly, with the amount of time that she had like a little bit over a week and like a day or two. If she truly locked in, she would have had that shit done in like 3 days tops. 3 days. That's 3 days of committed work to really make sure you got everything. I feel like the hardest thing was probably either engineering or math. But I mean, that's engineering and math. Like, so that honestly just showed me like the level of commitment she's willing to give, which was honestly at that point none. None. So with that being said, I mean, after I followed her for her day of class and stuff, I mean, I accepted that I was done, bro. Like, finished, finished. Like I talked with my coach about it. I talked with a few of her teachers about it. Like, you can't save those who don't want to be saved, bro. Like that's where that little part of my hero complex needs to just be a little. Oh my goodness, my hair, bro. Y'all see it too, right? It's like a little alpha peak, bro. Like, get that junk down, bro. I don't want that. But anywho, like, yeah, like, can't save those who want to be saved. And honestly, the fact that it came to me so late is crazy because I put in time, effort, and commitment into somebody who wasn't willing to do it for me or themselves. Like, honestly, people will probably say it's a canon event. It probably is true, but like, dang, dang, you let me do all that for what? If you knew you wasn't about to do any of that, if you knew you wasn't about to do any of the steps that it takes to better yourself, why would you let me go on a little of it? And she probably liked more of the attention, and I was giving her all of it, all of it. And it honestly probably got to a point where she just didn't want the attention from me anymore. Which brings us to our next part of this story. So after she came to the realization that she doesn't want a future with Mr. Soul Tie, I try to help her get out of the situation. Cause like, again, why would you waste your time? Like, you're hurting yourself and this person by first falsely giving them expectate or falsely giving them the expectation that they have something more with you, and you just hurting yourself from the experience alone. So I was like, bro, if you truly don't see a future with this person, dude, just have an honest conversation. That's all you can really do. Like, you can be a dickhead and just cut them off, but like you said, you couldn't do that. So if you can't do that, then just have an honest conversation, and depending on how they react to it, you just gotta accept it, man. I really should take my own advice. But anywho, yeah, like, she was like, okay, I did that. But then family issues came up, household issues came up, and then she went out somewhere. And then there's this one guy that she knew from something that she does. I don't know. Some police academy thing, I believe. I Memory's all messed up, man. Like, who knows? But some guy that she knew, and she did it with him. Oh man, gee lord. So yeah, she caught another body, and the thing that was gut wrenching about this part was she was like, now that I did it with this guy, I don't feel anything for Mr. Sultai because this guy did it better than Mr. Sultai and made me feel better than Mr. Sultai. So it's like, dang, I'm hurt because first and foremost, it's another big fuck you to my face because like you know how I feel about you and you're just saying this stuff to my face. And then I'm hurt because dang, like I said, oh, I didn't say this, but Mr. Sultai was a person that I knew, and I'm like, dang, that person that I know who was Mr. Sultai, he a cool dude, bro. He a chill dude. He he don't like he was kind of crazy and like I'm not crazy, but like he was kind of thuggish back in first freshman year, but like he mellowed out, bro. He's been chill out now, and now he's cool. He's chill. He's a good dude. Okay, in my opinion. So I'm hurt because like, dang, you're gonna do that to him. Like, do we not see the issue? Like, you pretty much just played in both of our faces. No, 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 you didn't pretty much. You did. You played in both of our faces, Mr. Sultai and me. Like, wow. That one took me aback. I'm not gonna lie. She said, "I can finally get." She didn't say it. This wasn't how she said it, but this is literally how it was conveyed. She pretty much was able to get over Mr. Sultai because some other guy gave her better dick. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so she told me that, and honestly, that one wasn't rocking with me too well because it's like you're throwing your life away, you're throwing your faith away, and you're throwing your own value away. You are throwing your own value away. You're going around going around doing the stuff with other guys and being okay with it. Like, I'm not gonna say going around being like she's just, oh, it's a new guy every single day. No, no, she nah, no, it's not. It's not a new guy every day, but she is kind of stuck up on one particular guy, and it's like, if your only attachment to this dude is what's in his pants, like self worth just out the fucking window. Like, let it be known, I don't know anything about this guy personality wise. All I've heard about him is that he did it better than Mr. Sultai. I don't know a dang thing about this guy at all. So I don't know how he is characteristic wise, if he's a cool dude or not. But ooh, we're gonna spin back to this point. We're gonna spin back to this because hold on, let's just continue going throughout the story. So anywho, yeah. Then after she told me about this new guy, I told her what was up and how the situation is kind of messed up and how she's going down a path that's not gonna be cool for her future. And I know she has some sort of a plan for her future because she was talking to me about it. So like the things that she was saying to me not lining up with the actions she's doing right now, which has to get fixed because if she truly wants that future that she was talking about with me, she gotta switch up. The actions gotta change, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Actions gotta change. Uh, but then after that, it was kind of a cool little calm. But then everything went crashing downhill with this next thing I'm about to tell you guys. So this one, this is gonna be so funny. Anywho, this one happened a few weeks ago. So, uh, uh, one day, right? I think this was like a Monday. I don't remember how many weeks ago. I think it was like, yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks. I think I said 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks ago on a Monday. I only have one period at high school because I take CCP classes, and we're the college classes that I was taking. I finished out for the semester, so I didn't have to go back to the school. So there was one girl I met during the summer, and she texted me or called me up the night before, and we was talking and whatnot. And she was like, "Yo, we should meet up soon." I'm like, "Yo, we could just meet up tomorrow." uh, after my first period class, and she's like, "Okay, all right, bet." And that's what happened. That's what happened. Uh, I left school, went to go kick it with her, and then we walked around for a bit. We went to a little store plaza, walked around for a bit, and then got something to eat. And she was like, she was like, "Go find somewhere private for us to go." What the heck, bro? She's like, "Go find somewhere private for us to go." I'm like, "Okay, word." I was already, I was already pissed off that day. So I was like, "Bro, I'm tensed up and I'm stressed, and I just, I want to have some form of a release." And I found it that day. Uh, uh, she ate her food, and then she ate some more food. Yo, bro, what am I even talking about, bro? She ate her food and then she ate some of my. But we already see where that's going. Uh, so yeah, that happened. Anybody who watches this and knows me, just don't bring it up. All right, we're not gonna talk about it. This stays here in this video right here. Okay. So anywho, yeah, that happened, And then I, I'm not even gonna tell you how bad that situation was. I'm not even gonna fake. But anywho, she went home, and I went to practice. Uh that day at practice, I was still recovering from my knee injury. So I couldn't like go fully into practice. So all I did was the warm up and then I did my exercises. And while I was watching everybody else wrestle, I felt a heavy sense of like I was getting left behind. I was falling, but I was falling back, and I wasn't getting good. You know what I'm saying? And that's a feeling that really sucks, especially in the sport that you love. You know what I'm saying? So I and this year, I mean, it's my senior year of high school. This the year where I could really truly, kick things in a high gear and do better than I did last year, because I know I can do better than last year. I guarantee you I can. But with me being out, I mean, I can't even compete, and that hurts a lot. And it got in my head that day real bad. So with girl that started this whole story, texted her. I'm like, you want to kick it? Let me know. This is the same day. This is the exact same day. I'm like, yo, you want to kick it? And she's like, yeah, we can hang out right now if you want to. I'm like, oh, where you at? Oh, chat, what was wrong with me, bruh? Anywho, I was like, all right, bet, where you at? She told me where she was at. I went to go and get her. And we was like, yo, getting kind of late, and like, we was hungry, bruh. About to go get some food. Then I'm like, I was in a mindset, bro. I was saying whatever was on my mind in that moment, bro. High confidence was just there. I was just saying whatever, bro. And one thing led to another. I'm like, yo, don't make me, cause I will. And, like there was a little bit of flirting between there. I'm like, right. One thing led to another. We started flirting, and we started making out. I know. Lock me up. Lock me up. I know, bro. I know. I know. I know. Yes, Michael. Yes, this guy that you all know so for so long just got busy with two different girls on the same day. No way. Like I can't even believe myself, bro. I like that feels like such a fever dream. Like it happened, but it feel like it didn't happen, bro. Cause like no way that was me. Anywho, we started making out. We started touching. There were some marks on the neck. There were some marks on her neck. There was, but luckily, there was no intercourse. But there was intercourse with the other girl. But we don't need to get into that, all right? We don't need to get into that. And honestly, to bring it back into reality and get back to being serious, yo, that was highly stupid of me to do that. I'm telling you, everybody right now, if you're in your head about stuff and you're stressing out about all these other different little things, bro, do not find security in the body of another person. It's not worth it. Some people are going to tell you it is, but all those people are sex craved lunatics, okay? Don't listen to them. Because I'm telling you right now, like I said before, bro, I am a sinful man. I am a sinner. And a sinner is telling you to not find security in the bodies of other people. It is not worth it. It's not worth it. That's what it felt like, but with the other girl, bruh, it was like every single time that we kissed, every single time that we held each other, it was like, dang, I felt alive, bro. I felt alive. every time that we looked at each other, I felt something, bro. Felt something in here. Like, and the sad thing is, while I was feeling all of these emotions, she probably was just like, dang, another nigga on the roster. Another nigga on the roster. Chat, I came second place again. Second place. That's bone crushingly hard to admit, bro. Cause it's like, dang. After all that, bro. All of that. It meant nothing to her. My feelings, bro. The way I was feeling. What I thought, my opinion, bro. How I expressed myself. It meant nothing to her, bro. Cause after that day, she was like, oh, I'm probably gonna leave home and stay with old dude who gave me good dick. I'm like, wow. I'm like, why are you trying to do all that when you got people around you who are willing to help you if you truly need it? You trying to find help in the wrong people, and she's like, oh well, the people who are trying to help you, I don't really see it as help. I see it as them wanting something from me. And I'm like, if that's true, then what's my help to you? And she's like, well, you're obviously helping me only because you like me. And that shit hurt, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, that one hurt bad, bro. Cause like, wow, that's how you see it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I liked the girl. Not like I liked the girl. Liked, past tense. I liked the girl, but that wasn't the only reason why I was trying to be helpful, trying to be genuine, bruh. I was trying to help because like I thought that's what you wanted. I was trying to be there for you. I was trying to be a good person. But all you see it as is me wanting something from you, wanting you to be my girlfriend, wanting what to get in your pants? No, bro. That's not the type of person I am. And the fact that you think that way is shows how much you just didn't give a shit to know me. For real, for real. I'm not that type of person, bro. If I choose to help you, bro, I'm gonna help. Like that one was fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. So now we're in the present day where I'm stuck in my head about what was the point of all of it. I'm stuck sitting here like, why did she do what she did? I texted her about that. I was like, okay, you allowed all this to happen, but why? Why did you start off the way that you started off? And she was like, well, I explained it from the jump. I told you how I was. Like, no, you didn't. From the jump, you said, oh, I found this perfect guy and I think I like him. It's probably that thing. See, in a sense, she was right and wrong. She was right because when we first started talking, she was like, before I tell him how I feel, I want to get myself right first, which I should have listened to that a little bit better. But then again, I ain't rushed for like no relationship. I didn't get on my knees and be like, you want to be my girlfriend? I just told her I liked her. Ain't no harm in saying that. I mean, now it is. It's a problem saying it now because, like, my bad. I just kicked you guys. My fault. But now it's a problem saying it. But back then, it wasn't an issue. Like, I just told you I liked you. I never said. All I said was I like you. All I said. Yeah, I mean, I should have listened to that a little bit more. Definitely. Because, I mean, after. I don't even know, man. I should have just listened to my first bond and been like, leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. But yeah, I mean, it's just messed up of how it ended. Like, what did I do? What did I do to make her feel like she needed to go to somebody else? Like, it all started with Mr. Soul Tie, bro. Like, what was I doing that wasn't enough to where it made you feel like you had to stay with him? Or even, I mean, even in that moment, if you couldn't answer that question, if there was no me not doing enough or I ain't doing anything wrong, I mean, like, if you knew that you didn't want to leave him, why did you keep me around? Why did you keep me around? There's like, I just want to know why. That's all I want to know. I want to know why. What was the point of it all? What was I to her? She knows what she was to me. I've told her. I'm open about that shit, bro. Like, I'm not afraid to express that. But I want to know what was I to her. Because at first, I was Mr. Perfect. But now, look at me now. Mr. fucking foolish, bro. And yeah, that's the whole story. Honestly, pretty long story. Have to chop it up and cut it up and edit it, but this was long, but highly needed. If I'm being honest, honestly, I feel way more better. Way talk. I feel way better about the situation than I did before. Uh, if I'm being honest, high key, a lot of regrets with this one. Most of the time, I'm like, I don't regret it. It made me who I am today. But nah, this one, some big regrets. Some regrets I'm gonna have to get over. Some regrets that I'm gonna have to face. But if that's the plan by the Almighty up there, then that's what I gotta do. Cause I'm not the type of person who's gonna run away from a problem, bro. I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna face that shit head on, and I'm gonna win, bro. I'm gonna win. So that being said, I mean, shit, bro. The real question is, what do I do now? Cause I think like, dang, do I still want her? Do I still want her? Yeah, I still want her. But the thing is, I don't need her. I don't need her. I've put in too much of myself and got nothing in return to ever need her. Would it be nice to have her to myself? Yeah, that would be nice. That would be cool. But if there's nothing, if she don't feel nothing, then there's no point of it, bro. Not a single point at all. And that has been shown time and time and time again, bro. I heard from one of her friends, like, oh yeah, she told me she liked you and whatnot. She has love for you a few weeks ago. I don't believe that shit, bro. Because you don't do this type of shit to the person that you love and care about. I'm not even saying just on a relationship standpoint, but just as a human being, bro. After I figured out what happened with her and Mr. Sota, I was done with the whole relationship thing, bro. I was just trying to be a friend, bro. Just trying to be a friend, trying to be a good person, trying to help out, bro. But now I'm stuck in a in between of should I keep trying to be that good person and let her know she got a ear who's willing to listen whenever she has a problem, or do I just let it go? And I know what the answer is in here, but I just gotta figure out the answer in here, bro. My heart gotta my heart gotta accept the answer in here. And you know what? Being able to talk about it freely, like doing this is I feel is good for me because it allows me to express myself and have input if I posted like if I posted I have input from other people, but I'm able to express myself without any drawbacks. You know, it's not like there's another person on the side of this phone telling me some. I get to express myself freely and in the way that I intend to express myself instead of being pressured into expression, into a different type of expression because somebody else is saying something else to me. You know what I'm saying? But as a reflection for this year was definitely a year of lessons and being taught and losing. This was a year of losing. And honestly, as much as I don't like the feeling of it, it probably was needed. Probably was, but dang, I wish it was a different outcome. I'm not gonna lie. So, as a reflection, all I can really say is, bro, like, to anybody who has went through this type of situation, who is going through this type of situation, whoever may get into this type of situation, all I can really say is, bro, like, stay true to yourself and respect yourself, man, over everybody else. Everybody else. Because while I'm over here talking, expressing my feelings, getting my stuff out there, trying to be a better person, bruh. She's probably over there smiling in another nigga face, bruh. And like that's not even me being skeptical or speculating, bro. That's probably true. That's true. While I'm over here sitting here, I've cried, bro. I've cried on these pillows right here, bro. Shed tears for this girl while she over here smiling, playing, fucking in another nigga face, bro. While I'm over here praising putting my hands together, asking God why. She's over here wrapping her hands around his, you know what. I'm sick and tired of letting people use me, yo. You should be sick and tired of letting people use you, bro. Respect your last name. Respect yourself. Because I'll be damned if I ever let myself get fooled again like that. Never again, yo. If somebody like me, they gotta prove that shit, bro. They can't just say, oh, I like you. No. Prove it to me, yo. If somebody say they like you, make sure that they prove that shit to you, yo. Don't let no nigga, no bitch, no hoe play in your face, dude. Don't let nobody do that shit to you, bro. If you a good person, don't let nobody use that good heart against you, bro. Don't let them niggas turn you evil, yo. You stay true to yourself. You stay respectful to yourself. That is the lesson of this year. That is the lesson. You stay true to yourself. You value yourself. You respect yourself. You are your number one supporter. You are the one who gets yourself out of these situations. You are the one who gets yourself out of tough situations. You are the one who puts your best foot forward and commits to being the best version of yourself. That's what you do for yourself. That's all I can really say. That's all I can really say. That's all I can say. So with that being said, I'm gonna bring this video to a close. I apologize for my long yapathon. My bad. I keep kicking off my long yapathon again, but I just hope that whatever I said can help you. That's all. That's the only reason I do this. That's the only reason why I'm choosing to do this now and getting committed to it. I hope whatever I say can help you be the best version of you and let you know that there is somebody who understands where you're coming from. And anybody who's not in this situation, who just like feels wrong in what they're doing but want to try being better, let these words guide you, yo. All I can do is all I can do is pave the way. All he can do is pave the way. You gotta be the one to walk down that road, yo. So with that being said, whenever I choose to post this, because currently is December what, 27th, 28th. Today's the 28th. So if I post this before New Year's, Happy New Year's, everybody. Have a great 2026. If I post this after New Year's, I hope y'all had a great New Year's and good luck to y'all in the year of 2026. So I will catch y'all later.